Hi all, welcome to the today's tutorial. So in previous tutorial we have added these fantastic effects and we added the movement to the boxes. But there were certain issues which we will fix in the today's tutorial. First issue was the material. When we will play, it was just the red boxes, the blue boxes were not coming, and the material it was not like this. The material was quite different. So we will fix these two. So let's do that. And next is the sorts which we added. The direction were totally wrong when we try it in the VR. So we will fix them. So let's open the rider. Okay, so just to verify in the box type here, the material which we are using, it is the sword material, but we do want to use the box material. So I will change the name also just to be on the correct side. So box red and box blue, copy. This is red, 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 and this is blue. My blue, 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 blue. Next thing is the material. So this is the box red and box blue. Just double click it just to verify. Right click it and copy reference. So this is for the red one. So this is the red. I will just change the material. Okay, not the blue one. Copy reference again. We'll change it to blue. Perfect. Okay, if I will compile and re-verify it if it is working fine or not. Next thing is it is just red. The blue one is not coming. So when we are spawning these boxes inside the box spawn manager, we are changing the variable, but it's not reflecting. Reason being is the constructor, it's not changing. So what we will do, we will, change the code from here. We will move this code from constructor to the begin play. And before moving, I will set the color of the boxes. Okay, let's compile and check if it is working fine or not. Okay, it's done. Let's try. Yep, now it is working fine. Next issue is the boxes which are coming, it's twice the size which we need because we can do two things. Either we can change the spacing of these arrow, or but it is according to the pawn which we are using, so we cannot do that. Or else what we can do, we can scale down these boxes. So the size is 100 cross 100 cross 100, and the gap which we have given between these arrows like 50. So let's do so when we are setting the scale, let's do it 0.5. So let's do it in the box spawn manager. So this transform, actually I can just save it. F transform box transform is equals to this, and box transform dot scale, set scale 3D, and we will set scale 3D. It is taking t vector, is it? We will set it to 0.5. Give me a second if it is taking no. F vector 1, okay, 0.5 comma 0.5 comma 0.5. So we are changing the scale now. I will use, instead of actor transform, I will use this. Or actually, there's one more thing. So when, okay, let me compile this first. When we are spawning right now, it is just using the actor transform, but we need to choose, these four location instead of the actor. Now it is working good, but we have to choose these four location. And the issue with the current approach is the code, this the arrow which we have added is, it is in the blueprint. So one option is to shift this code to the C++ side, but as this is the visual thing, I don't want to do that. So what I will do, I will create one function which will provide the transform from these four, the random one. So let's do one thing. I will create one function in public. So you function blueprint print. So there are two options. One is the blueprint native event and implementable event. So the blueprint implementable event means you know, we will call this function and we will implement the function in the blueprint, but we can call this function from C++. Okay. Okay. And the function is I do want to have the f transform from this function, and get spawn box transform. Okay. And instead of getting transform like this, I will just use the same function box transform is not callable, is it? Sorry, get spawn box transform, and this should do the task. We can shift this also to the blueprint, but let's do this way. I will just close it and I will properly compile it. Reason being is sometimes when in the live coding it gives error and it gives some glitches. So whenever I define a new function, I try to close the Unreal Engine and uh, switch it on again. So give it a second. Okay, it is up. So go to the box spawn manager. I will right click, get box transform. Nope, it's not coming. Get spawn box transform. Mm, get a spawn box transform. Yes, it's not coming. Not sure why. Okay, let's click this function. So to get the transform, what I will do, I will use this select, and I do want to have the four option integer, add pin 4, 1, 4. So at random, I will choose the arrow random integer in range from 0, 1, 2, 3. So what it will do, it will choose from these four arrow, and as soon as we have chosen one, I will get the transform get world transform. We'll write this world transform. So as soon as in the right when we will call this function, it will give the transform to this, and then we are changing the scale. This one more thing, actually you can just change the scale here only, and we can remove this. But let it be like this. Compile the code. Let's try if it is working fine or not. Okay. Now it is working perfectly the way we intended. It is using all this for. Okay. Now we are done with all the changes. There's just one more issue which we have to fix, and that is the sword which we attached in the pawn, if I'm not wrong. So this is the sword. We will give the rotation. So I tested the rotation which will work here. So after the attachment, I will set relative rotation f rotator 0, 90, minus 90, comma paste. So this will change the rotation, and this will align with our sword. Like when we will move our hand, it will, give us exact rotation which we need. So let me plug and play with my VR headset. Let me boot up. Give me a second, and then we can test if it is working fine or not. Okay, this is all good. Let me switch on my MetaQuest. I hope this is connected. Give me a second. I hope you're doing the same, when for testing this thing. Okay, it is up. I'm just select the VR preview. Actually, it's still maybe I have to restart this again. I'm not sure if I compile the code. So let's compile it again. Okay. Okay, give me 1 minute. Let's test if the changes are reflected here or not. Not okay. No. So sometimes it gives you this error like we have made changes in the C++, but it is not reflecting here. So one way is to change, to totally close it. I will just compile it manually. Control Shift B. So this is the issue. So that is why I do recommend whenever you are changing in the header file, and some major changes are there, but they are not reflecting in the blueprint. Just make sure to restart the Unreal Engine, and it should reflect fine. If it won't work, so we will manually, modify it there. Okay, it is up. Let's test in the pawn base. Now I do think, okay, the changes are reflecting. Let's try it again. Now they are working. It seems good. Be able to create the height, but everything seems good. So this is done for today. I think whatever we were thinking to recommend, all the changes, it seems fine, and it is looking more like Beat Saber. Maybe I will, put the tag Mr. Singh when here and there, just to have the more visual to the game side. So give me a second. Let's do that. Or so to have it, I will just press Alt. Will change the. Let's play Mr. Singh. Press Enter. maybe something like this. Uh, okay, maybe we'll change the rotation -45. And we can change the color also, and you know the drill. And second was the location. We have to modify the location. Let's bring it down a little. Let's test. Yep, now it's making more sense. This is my channel now. Maybe I will have distance, but this is all good. So this was for today. Let me know if you have some doubt. I will try my best to sort that as soon as possible. In the next tutorial, we will add more functionality to the existing code. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.